Well, I think that everybody should have something that they kind of like spend their money on that they like, but it still has to be a limit to it. You can't just be over doing stuff when you know you ain't got the money.
So we got all the money we want. So all of the spending you do now and that you imagine spending and whatever, is you going to ramp that up to more expensive things or more shopping? Mm-hmm. What you?
What's up, MT fam? Welcome back to our channel. It's your girl, May.
And I'm Dante.
And together we are
Main and Tay. And y'all know this is based on a true story. We in season 2, episode 2, and we about to talk about some moolah. We gonna talk about that money because when you in a relationship, you know, that's one of the main topics that people just don't talk about. And we about to get on it because it's money. Mm-hmm. Money make the world go round. Money break up relationships. Money just make people happy. Money make people sad. At the end of the day,
money is there through the ups and through the down.
It's money. It's money, 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 money.
It's the root. It's the root.
You know. I know we've been together so long. And our whole money world done went boom like a big roller coaster.
We done had ups, we done had downs. First of all, I want to say this. I think that when we got into our relationship off top, money was never an issue, Tay. Whether if we had a little or a lot, we always managed to know that we gonna do what we got to do to make that money come in.
Yep.
So I don't think that we was like one of those couples that like had that talk either. We just automatically knew we needed to do.
Yeah, it was like for me, I know we come from the mud. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why not? If I'm gonna be with somebody, why not try to make it work on all levels, especially financially? Because that just wasn't an issue for us. It was easy, but I had and still have guys, and you know what I'm saying, and family members that just ain't going when it comes to that money. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't finna put that together. You know what I'm saying? They money is theirs, and they ladies is theirs. You know, like theirs, not they ladies is theirs.
Is they wrong for that though?
I think that it depends on what level that relationship is in. Because if you've been in this marriage or that relationship for a long time, it shouldn't be like that. Y'all money. If y'all stay together and the money is coming in the house, it definitely should be some kind of understanding as to what is ours now. Say, for instance, we both might have our main money that's coming in that's going towards the house, but I might pick up a little gig because I want to take up cooking lessons or something like that. And I'm like, well, I'm going to pick up a little few hours over here or do some extra to make some more money to cover that. What you think about that? We'll talk about it.
No, that's cool. Because I know in our relationship, like we just said, we really free with money. It's not really a big issue.
Yeah.
So like if you did do something like that, then at least you communicating that.
Yeah.
Versus like if you go do that and I'm like, okay, now we getting some more income, but you ain't said nothing, and you've been working this place for a whole month.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, babe, like you done made about an extra few grand this month from your new job. We can do this, and you like,
I was doing that for this class that I want to take up. This ain't got nothing to do with
right.
We gotta have that understanding, because at the end of the day, it's two people. We two people that's dealing with money, and money can be like a big issue. So you just do want to make sure you're on the same page.
Yeah, like I said, if you communicating that, then I already know. Like, all right, that's she putting in extra hours or doing whatever she doing to, or started a new side hustle or whatever it is, and that money is not for Maine and Tay. That money is for Maine to go do what she want to do. As long as you not like you always doing, coming buying all of them gadgets, doing all of that crazy stuff I'm just like that though. You know me.
That's okay, because I understand that we've been together so long it don't even bother me no more. I get my gadgets when I get my gadgets, y'all. Now I'm really in the verge of wanting to get this one gadget right now. I've been ordering it and canceling it like about 3 times because I know once it comes, Tay gonna talk smack.
Amazon love us.
I'm trying not to get it, but it's calling my name.
I mean, you're a lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that all ladies is big spenders, but usually in a lot of relationships, the woman definitely is the big spender. Like, and me, I know when we first got together, I didn't. I was never a big splurger, but I wouldn't say I'm frugal. I would say I'm frugal, but I wouldn't say like I'm cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch the money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Always watching the money, but it's okay. Somebody got to do it.
Yeah, but at the same time, like the ladies, like y'all like shopping. It must be like some type of therapy. Like what is it about shopping and just spending money?
To each his own, for everybody's purpose and reasons, but mine is definitely like therapy. I like to feel good. I like to make stuff look good, and I like switching up and changing stuff so much. So I think that once I found a love for shopping outside of clothes, because first it started with clothes, but once I got outside of just spending so much money on clothes, it went to like interior decorating my house, and I just would go in. I mean, how many vase or how many different plant stands or different things could I? Oh, plate sets. Oh yeah.
Our table in there right now got at least about 3 sets on that table.
Yeah, you gotta have a layer. I got it layered up, and then you gotta it's like a job to remove stuff from my table to sit at the table and eat. So it's really there for decoration because we really don't even use it all the time. It's sad, but I like to do that. So outside of crocheting, shopping is my therapy, and I'm quite sure that's why women love to do it. It's therapy.
I mean, at least you got that though. I remember, like, say if we just had all of the money that we needed or want, because we got way more than what we need. If we had all the money we wanted, I mean, I'm a splurge, you know what I'm saying? But like, I'm a big thing type of guy.
Yeah,
I got to get my watch collections, my cars.
It'll still be like an investment to you. I mean,
it'll be an investment because I could resell it and it has value. Yeah, but I wouldn't buy it because of that. That'll be something different. Like, I want this car. I'm gonna spend whatever it takes. Like that truck. I spent about $4,000 just on the exhaust and stuff that nobody will see on that truck. So when I resold it, I can't get that money back because I done put catalytic converter. I'm talking about welding. So like that stuff ain't really it was a choice. It was a project.
Yeah, it's your liking. Well, I think that everybody should have something that they kind of like spend their money on that they like, but it still has to be a limit to it. You can't just be over doing stuff when you ain't got the money.
So we got all the money we want. So all of the spending you do now and that you imagine spending and whatever, is you going to ramp that up to more expensive things or more shopping? What you think it'll be?
No, I would want to put that in like investing and stuff for my grandbabies. I got grandbabies coming in the future. So at this point, me personally in my own life,
so no more splurging and stuff like that once we got all the money we want?
No, I ain't saying it wouldn't be splurging, but I will find different things that make more sense to value my money in. Because
I'm talking about splurging.
I mean, you can have
doing the normal stuff. The difference between
but it gets to a point because when you get to a certain level, you should be at that point where it's to some of those things that you would splurge your money on should be like invested in, like being like, you know how you do what? I can't get the word. When you do like video shoots or different little things like that, and people put behind you and they let you sponsors. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. My bad, y'all almost couldn't get it. But some things, if you get so to a certain level, some of those things that you used to spending your money on should come in through sponsors or different little stuff like that. You shouldn't have to just. You got to go about other ways.
I mean, that's real technical stuff. And I guess
if you put yourself on that level, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to know that, and that brings me to a question I wanted to ask. What were you taught about money growing up?
Well, I would say, what did I see? Because I wasn't literally just taught to do money like this or do money like that, but I was aware. Okay, so my auntie, I thank God for her, because the first time I ever seen a whole lot of whopper money at one time was just basically my auntie working as hard as she did and saving up her money and showing me how she would save her money to be able to move out and stuff like that. And I thought that was like, whoa, to me, whatever that money was she had, I don't know how much it was a lot, but I'm quite sure it was enough to just be saving up so she could get ready to move out, because it wasn't like so she was rich from it. But just her example.
How much you think it was?
I think she had a couple of sacks up in there. You know what I'm saying? To a kid, like young.
So nobody told you nothing about like money and how to do the things that you just said. Like,
I can't recall it. Put it like that. I don't recall sitting down with anybody too much talking about what should be my financial goals for my future. You know what I'm trying to say? Those conversations was very limited. But I don't think that they felt it was time to probably tell me about it. You know what I'm trying to say?
I don't think it's a wrong time.
I don't think it is either, but I wouldn't say that the people around me didn't tell me because they didn't want me to know. I wasn't that. I just think that they just didn't.
They didn't know.
I don't recall them bringing it to me like that, but I know that the older I got, so I'm Capricorn, so when I'm anxious for something, I'm anxious for it. And I realized, like, I was upset a few times when I didn't get my W-2, my taxes back, when I wanted to get them back, because I filed for my taxes, and I'm like, so I'll be getting them back. I'm paying to get them back faster and stuff, and I ain't getting it back, and I'm salty, mad. So I remember one time that happened, and I was like, I'm not finna keep relying on this money to come, and I'm getting my hopes all up high and depending on this. I gotta do something where it's in my life, I for sure know I'm comfortable with the way my money is.
You getting that type of money, every couple weeks, every month, or something like that. You know, at least. But for me, it was more, I didn't really have, I remember my auntie telling me about, because I got a credit card when I turned 18. I remember them saying, don't do that because it'll mess up my credit. But I didn't understand what that meant at the time. I really didn't care, honestly, because I listened to them. I didn't care. I was like, shoot, they giving me $1,500. I'm doing what I do. But other than that, I really don't, except for people saying save, but I don't. And this is more of me being older. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I'm starting to make money. But I think, I just don't remember nobody really having them conversations. But I know it's more because, especially now that I'm older and I have conversations with a lot of my elders, they just didn't know. Yeah, you know what I mean? They didn't know what you really do with money, credit, investing. You know what I'm saying? All of that type of stuff.
What made you begin to take interest on taking control of your finances in your life? At what age you would say you started to realize you knew it was important to kind of be more?
Well, let me go back a little bit. You know, y'all don't know, but we super entrepreneurs, we done had daycare, shoe store,
working hard,
all type of stuff. We done hair salon, real estate, everything. So we done had some money, you know what I'm saying? But just going back to when we had the daycare and I had the shoe store, that was the most money I ever seen personally. You know what I'm saying? Before that, it probably was working a job, probably, $1,500, $2,000. Yeah. But my little side street stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't even on that level. Because when you're young, you're looking at money like this little stuff is really something. But just to fast forward, after having that money and losing it, you know what I'm saying? Because when we moved to Atlanta, you know, we didn't plan as good, so our money just went down. So, you know, I mean, I didn't beat myself up.
Yeah,
I didn't beat myself up, but I learned, and that right there told me next time I know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, when we started getting it back together and stuff, I think it comes with maturity too. Discipline.
I do too. Because for me, I feel like the level that we are on now with how we will manage and how we're going to do money from this point on is going to be on a whole different, more mature level.
Wrap.
You talking about like, okay, you talking about back then when I had money, I was like a teenager. Then you talking about, okay, you get in your little 20s and 30s or whatever your mental, because I'm not saying everybody mentality is on that same level. But for me, it was like this. Okay, I started off just, being aware of money. Okay, it's money. Okay, then understand the value of it. You get what I'm trying to say? You can use this to purchase things.
That's it. That's all we think money is. We could buy things.
Yeah, I didn't think about how it really is more of a necessary to have the need to be able to grow yourself on different levels in life. And if I was more wiser back then, the way that I am now, Lord only knows how my money would be now. Right. You know what I'm trying to say? So
and I think it's going to always be like that.
It will. So I think the next time we get the money on this whole up level, we'll be more like in our 70s, 80s when you talk about money compared to age. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Because you gotta get to those levels to understand how to treat and respect your money. And that's just like within relationships. You gotta get to that level.
Yes, because money is a tool. You use it to do things, to keep doing things.
Yeah.
Let me put it like this.
Yeah.
You use money to buy assets that's going to bring you more money. So let me say it like this. Okay, you want to go on vacation 2 times a year. You do the budget. You know that's going to cost you about $6,000
Come on, baby.
every year to do that. So, like, all right, let me invest in some stocks. Let me get some REITs, real estate investment trusts. Let me get some real estate. Anything that I can do or a rental property. Anything that can bring me in that $6,000. That way, it's not coming out of none of my income. It's coming from that asset. And then once I use that $6,000 from that asset, it's going to still be an asset that's still generating income.
And that's smart, because instead of you just taking your check, your work, your money that you done worked up and saved over. Yeah, because you like, oh, I'm just going to save up this little money to take this trip. You know what I'm saying? And then after you done saved that money to take that trip, you're going to spend all that money on that trip. And then when you come back, now it's like, oh, I got to work hard. Again. Yeah, and that's one of the hardest things. If you wasn't taught not to live that way, that's one of the hardest things to kind of break yourself out of those, that mindset.
It is. But even though like even with our kids, we taught them about credit, budgeting, doing all of that. Now, whatever they decided to do with it, that's strictly on them. But for us to even think like, okay, let me put them on our credit card as an authorized user. When we put them on that authorized user, we keep paying this bill, they credit, and you can do that, I think, when they 14, 15 years old. Yeah. By the time they 18, they got a 700-800 credit score.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But, at the same time, you teach them that, but it's up to them to use it in the right ways to build more. But you can use that credit to buy assets too. People don't know that.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as in a relationship, how do you set goals, financial goals together?
Now, as you talking about this one, okay. When you ask me how do y'all set financial goals together, is this something like first of all, you got to sit down with each other and come up with a plan.
Because I know it's just
come up with that plan.
It's not a big topic in relationships.
No, it's not. So that's why you got to kind of like somebody has to come in the relationship and bring that subject to the table. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when we sit down and we discuss the situation, we already know what we're looking forward to and how we going to grow with this money situation. Okay. So how y'all would set those goals together, to me, tell me if I'm coming right with what I'm saying.
No, I mean, we've done it.
I think that, for us, we used to sit down and do like this envelope technique where it's to, we would write down all of our bills, and this will help us pay the bills. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not just talking about building our wealth at this point, because if you don't take care of
the smaller
things first, those other, it's going to be kind of hard to really focus on building that financial wealth together. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So first we had to come up with a plan, a method on how we was going to pay our bills.
Make sure the bills paid.
Take care of the kids.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
We had an envelope for each.
For everything.
Yep.
For savings, for the kids' school supplies, habits, we had to get those things in order. Once we got those things in order and we saw that it was working for us.
Oh, it's just like it flew. And
money wasn't no issue.
Wasn't even working no more because
we couldn't fit stuff in it anymore.
It just grew.
Okay, not just the money, just saying that even the thoughts on how we was running things, So that was one way we definitely set back and conquered that goal. And then once we achieved that goal, it was time to think about, okay, what we want to do in our future that can get us set to make sure that we was financially stable, emotionally stable.
Because if you're not financially stable, or everything else gonna tumble down.
Yeah, because you ain't financially stable, that rests into your emotions. Now you got to think about your health,
anxiety.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, all of that runs together, and you got to focus on that. And that's why it's important to support each other through whatever situations we may be going through, because we got to remember. At the end of the day, with setting these financial goals and stuff like that, we are two different people. And with us being two different people, some of our goals may be a little bit higher than the next person or whatever, or, because it ain't, first of all, it ain't going to line completely up. Of course not. Because we two different people.
You can have the same career, same background, all of that, but we two different people.
Two different people. So whichever way, our careers are growing for ourselves, we have to be that backbone for each other to support each other through whatever those career goals are going to be. So once we pretty much figure out what that career goal is, now we working hard to say, okay, babe, we got to build this wealth with each other from these visions in which we have, because at first it's just you working towards it. You just want to get some money, you want to pay some bills. Yeah, so it ain't like it's really bringing in anything to the fullest on whatever your goal is. You got to work that up. Right. And that's why we got to support each other. So I think, to me, the most important thing for building financial wealth with each other was being able to be that backbone and supporting each other through whatever it is that we trying to build individually. And then coming together with it. Now we can make a plan on, babe, what we got to do.
Yeah, because over the last 10 years, we've been working together with our business and just growing like that together. But when you have a couple that don't do that and have separate incomes, I think it's a little bit more harder, especially like if they already set, you know what I'm saying, in their ways, and then they get together and then they have to try to balance it. But I think as long as you communicate, and it's going to be rough because some people going to feel like you controlling when you bring up finances. You know what I'm saying?
And they would. And I can find that being kind of like an issue because, first of all, I had my thing going on over here. Before you even came in the picture, and I was used to doing my money and working my money this way. So I can see that being like a conflict.
People can take it as a power thing, but I don't think it is if you with the right person, and you have to know how to communicate that, because if you breaking this down and it's benefiting the both of y'all and it makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Because numbers don't lie. You can lie, I can lie, but numbers don't lie.
Facts.
So we break this down, and I'm telling you, like, all right, our goal is to buy a house, or it is to whatever the case may be. You have to start working on that baby step. So, okay, babe, you make this much, I make this much, bills is this much, our we got the savings left over. So, okay, now we want to put a little bit towards savings, and then we want to put a little bit towards investments, and then we want to do some splurging and having fun and doing stuff like that. But, you know, like, it's different for everybody.
Yeah, it is.
But at least you will have a GPS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
To see how y'all gonna navigate through
exactly
what needs to be accomplished. That's right.
Exactly. Because
I don't think it's as hard as it would have to be unless people just want to.
I think when it comes to couples, like I haven't, you know, we ain't experienced that too much, but from what I hear, like we just like when you was making more money when we was got together and we was pretty much broke. You made the most money, so you paid the biggest bill.
Yeah,
I took care of the rest. Or like it probably wasn't even the most money. It probably was the way we got paid. Yeah. It was something that.
You know what's kind of tripped out to me is because for me, I don't even look at, or I can't even recall like, and I know we both had separate jobs before we actually had the salons together.
Yeah.
But I don't even look back to remember how and who was bringing in what. All I remember is that we just paid our bills. We made sure everything was taken care of. I never looked at it like I'm making more than him or he. I never even know.
Never. We really didn't do that. Like I know a lot of people would just think that it's like, no, we just wasn't like that.
That's why I'm dead me serious when I be like, babe, I don't think money was ever like the issue with how we lived or took care of anything together, because we literally just made sure we had the money coming in and we took care of what we had to take care of. I was never like, shoot, I'm over here making more money than him or he's not even saying to you. Just
I know, I'm saying that like with me too. Like I ain't never thought like, oh, she ain't making this or she ain't like. No. I think too though, because we both like hustlers, you know what I'm saying? We come from the mud and we always had that want. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We always wanted something, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like nowadays, a lot of the kids are spoiled. They had everything. Yeah. That's true. Or way more than our generation had. You know, they probably wouldn't think it's a lot, but it is a lot when you comparing it to the way majority of parents in our generation grew up. But when you young, you just don't know what money is until you get to that age when you start maturing. But then you finally get it together. Let's just say it's from a single person, and then you get with somebody. I think it's important early in a relationship to have shared financial vision.
Oh, it is.
You need to really know where we all want to go instead of just going free, willy. You know what I'm saying? Because then you start bringing kids and just more bills and all of that stuff, and then y'all both just stuck in the wind.
Because you got some people that's spoiled, and their value on money is probably wouldn't be as strict as
say like if somebody like me, and then you got somebody like a spoiled girl, and we get together. She grew up, you know, spoiled. Yeah,
she's spoiled. She's spoiled. Okay. And then, you know, you come along. See, now that ain't gotta be no bad thing.
No, it's definitely not.
It's like this because you coming along may be what she needs to help her to understand the value of money or how to respect, even
vice versa.
For a man. Yeah, I was gonna say vice versa, because you got some men that grow up very spoiled too. You know what I'm trying to say? They parents really took care of them to the point where so they didn't have to want for anything. So spending and stuff ain't nothing, you know. Now you get with somebody like that don't mean you don't be with them, you don't love them, you don't none of that. That just means, okay, if you can help them, if you can help within your relationship to understand the importance of financial value. You know what I'm trying to say? Then you try to work on that, you try to see, but if that don't change ever, and y'all in a bond, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you gotta have some type of financial vision. You have to know, like, and things change. You know what I'm saying? Like we done did so much. Like Let's say we get together today, and some years go by, and we never talked about it. And it's never a right time or never a wrong time, but sooner the better. That way, y'all can have something to look forward to.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Because if we get together, and I tell you, I want to open up a bakery. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and you like, oh, I don't want a bakery, but I want a restaurant. So now we know, like, oh, okay, that's something that we both could probably put together, do something separate, whatever. It's just throwing something out there. At least you know what you want to do, and you have something to work towards.
Yeah.
Even if those things change, but if you have nothing to work towards, you just gonna settle for anything. You're gonna take whatever you can.
Yeah.
You're gonna be thirsty. Yeah. You're gonna be dependent on people,
and
you know what I'm saying?
And then the thing too is, it's like this, honestly, like in a relationship, y'all stay together, both of y'all gonna get older. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's no telling. This is why I feel like it's important why you should make sure that you're financially stable and take care of all of that. Because if you chose to marry this person and be with this person for a lifetime, and when I say take care of all of that, I'm talking about having them conversations and stuff like that. You got to understand that, one day y'all will be old. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And when you old, it's no telling whose body is going to give out before the other person's body can't take as much. Just telling the truth.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So it's important to make sure that, like, y'all finances, that part is like understood and taken care of. Because if it's not,
especially if you got kids,
come on now. And if it's not together, by the time your body can't handle all of that anymore, who's working for what? How you gonna take care of yourself? What's gonna take care of you? So it's definitely important. You ain't never too young to think about your finances. And we talking about this.
Better, because you got more energy and more goal.
Yeah, we talking about this with being in a relationship and stuff like that. But to those kids out there, if you ever tune in and listen to what me and Tay talking about, know that it is very, very, very important to start working on or thinking about who you want to be when you grow older.
Yes. Seriously, not like they just say in school, like seriously.
Yeah. What dollar bracket you want to see yourself in? You know what I'm trying to say? If you want to be a millionaire, billionaire, thousand-naira, whatever, I make up words, y'all, but however you want to see your life being when you get older, if you want to be a supermodel over in Japan or somewhere, or whatever, a cook, a chef somewhere where people will tell you probably couldn't be or go. Dude, go for it. Plan as soon as you can. You know what I'm saying? As early as you can. When you see like them little geniuses that's a little smart and stuff like that. One little guy, I can't remember his name. He crochet and he's so young. And he crochets, like he makes this beautiful, and he's very young. Yeah. He's doing a lot of great things for where he's from. You know what I'm trying to say? So I don't want to go too deep into it.
But no, let me get a piece of that, because it's so true, because we're talking about finances.
Yeah.
And it don't only go for the young people, but I think when you're in your 40s, you should at least know this, whether you doing it or not. But if you don't, like, this is something 40s and above, 30s and all of that, like, you should know these things. But if not, it's a lot of information online. It's a lot of books. Please read and do as much. But what I really wanted to say was, no matter what you want to be when you young or old, whatever, that thing they said, KFC, he started that when he was 57. But the thing is, like, say you want to be a basketball player, you love Steph Curry, and you see that, and you want to be an actor, and you want to be like Michael B. Jordan, and you want to be a doctor, or I don't know no doctors except my own, but whatever that is, y'all have to remember that it took them, before Steph Curry was Steph Curry, before Michael B. Jordan was Michael B. Jordan, your doctor was your doctor. They put a lot of time and focus and dedication into that.
Into that vision.
They said, this is what I want to do. They disciplined themselves. I'm pretty sure it's ups and downs, and they wanted to quit a million times.
Yes.
It seemed like it wasn't working.
Yes.
It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, why? But the reason you could see Steph Curry being who he is, because he missed way more shots than he made.
Yeah.
But he dedicated himself to getting to that level.
Yeah. And he didn't let fear hold him back. Because let me tell you something. I'm guaranteed that it was plenty of days that each and every last one of those people that Dante just named at some time with coming up in their success has had to face fear.
Yes.
Okay. Or was doubted themselves.
Yes.
But the only reason they at the level where they are now today is because they didn't let that doubt or that fear take them away from the tunnel vision.
Yes.
So it's important to make sure if you trying to build financial stability for your life, your future, just make sure you set goals and you turn on that tunnel vision. It's important.
And stay on it. And it's not going to be easy. And the hardest parts about when you trying to really, once you understand and you are exposed to all of the things in the world that can really set you financially free, is you're gonna be alone.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's like you can't sit at the bar or at the barbecue or and really just express these things, because sometimes you just look stupid. Some people don't want to hear it. Some people do. Yeah. But a lot of people just don't want to hear all of that. Oh, like dude, like this, you can buy a house like this. You can do this, or you can do that, or I want to like this, like cause like you want to be a basketball player. You so focused in the gym every day, like don't nobody want to hear about how many shots you made. Like,
and it's like
it's lonely, and you have to.
Yeah, and it's like this. At the end of the day, what you saying there, you finna say you gotta tap in, right, tune into you. I think that it's like people ain't gonna always see your vision. No. And most of the time they don't see your vision until your vision has become a reality.
Until it blooms, just like a seed in the soil.
It's a reality now. You know what I'm saying? Because when it becomes that reality and it's big enough for the world to see it, then it becomes like that's when you get your fame, or you have your when you left your legacy behind and all of that. So if you wanna leave a legacy behind, if you wanna build yourself up to that vision being seen, don't give up on it. Don't give up on it.
Just like in your relationship. Don't let, now they say money is the number one reason that for divorce. It ain't violence, it ain't cheating, it's money. Money is the number one reason. So communicate with your partner. Let your partner know if things not going a certain way, and then put your pride too. Like if you got to do something different that makes sense for you and your relationship, why not? Like it's gonna help.
Do it. And then the thing is, okay, I'm quite sure within the relationship, your significant other ain't trying to sweat you on making $1 million, and if they is, they should be making $1 million. You know what I'm trying to say? So if somebody is with you and they making $1 million and you ain't making $1 million, trust and believe it might be some kind of tension, because now it might be depending on where y'all stand with that. But at the end of the day, if your significant other is like, look, long as we both bringing in something and we paying these bills, we taking care of each other, we making sure stuff is straight, now one of y'all should be stressing about money or stressing about y'all household. So don't be pointing no fingers. Don't be trying to make nobody feel like what they doing ain't no better than the next person. Because as long as y'all taking care of y'all main source and reality of what's going on in y'all life, because y'all having that conversation, y'all should be all right. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't be little or don't be big nobody. You get what I'm trying to say?
That is so true. And everybody don't have to be rich, man. Everybody say this, they want to be a boss and they want to be rich. Look, man, be happy in where you are and just take baby steps.
That's right.
And everything she said, because if you trying to rush, you're going to skip so many steps and you're going to fall on your face. Because when you're in a relationship and you want to be financially free and you seeing all of these people on TV, YouTube, Instagram, and all of this stuff, it can distract you from your goals and your vision.
From yours, not theirs, yours. Because the thing is, when you setting up your life and you're growing in life, you realize you're setting up your life.
Yes.
You're growing in your life, not the next person's life that's already living in their path. You know what I'm trying to say? We take other people's lifestyle for an example on where we want to be.
Yeah, motivation.
You know what I'm trying to say? And where we don't want to be, definitely motivation. That's what we are supposed to do with that. And we're supposed to, like say, if we see somebody that's doing something and we admire it, you know, we show them praise on the level for what they have done.
Don't want it so bad that you will lose everything you have to get it.
Yeah, you trying to get there. So work on getting yours. Make sure that within that relationship, y'all do talk to each other. Mm-hmm. You want to be with this person. You really want to be with this person. Yeah, y'all come up with some kind of financial goals and plans with each other, because, you know, the worst thing is to really feel like you love somebody and then you find out some months in after y'all done got really married and really living together that this person is the worstest money handler ever. Mm-hmm. And now you finna go in debt or, you know what I'm trying to say? Whatever, y'all ain't on the same page. You know what I'm saying? Try to avoid that as much as possible by talking with each other.
I think we were just watching the show like that yesterday, matter of fact, where the young lady dad passed, and her husband ended up like just. We didn't finish it.
We gotta finish it.
But I remember that he was blowing the money, buying the studio.
Oh yeah, he was.
I wish I could tell y'all the rest of it, but that reminded me of what you was just saying. What was the name of that movie? I don't know. You put it on.
Oh my gosh, y'all! It's a good one too. I'm gonna have to see what's the name of it and say it, because it was definitely
and she trying to make sure they good and all of that, and he trying to live his dream on her dime and ain't really doing nothing.
Yeah.
So and it ain't, and that's another thing too. Like when with somebody trying to follow their dream, that don't mean that you don't have to work.
Yeah, you
have to pay bills, you have to do stuff, and you work on your dreams. We got 168 hours in a week. You know what I'm saying? You only need a good 20, 30 hours a week to pursue to do that. And depending on your situation with your spouse, you might have more time than that. Just don't be sitting up there. I want to be this. I want to be that.
That's fact.
But you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Productive in the relationship.
And two, just know that you do that. You get up, you go to work. Don't limit your goals, your dreams. Don't cut your goals and dreams out.
Your job is your investor. That's it. Your job is unless it's something you love to do, something that you dream to do. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And don't be that dang on picky where, you know what I'm saying? You just, like we human at the end of the day, and we have so many things.
Yeah.
Like, I know me. Like, I think I did it when we was doing the vlog. I'm like, I done bounced from here to there to there to there, trying to figure it all out. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just do what I know how to do
and go with that.
And
and see how to work out from there. Do you think that I'm gonna say like 5? I don't want to go too far because I want to keep the years kind of realistic. Do you think that 5 years from now we'll be on a whole nother level?
Gone.
Financially.
God's will, 5 years, whole nother level. Mm-hmm. It ain't just gonna be Maine and Tay doing this show. I'm talking about a whole production team, talking about all of that.
Yeah.
Like not just because of the show, because you know me, I'm always listening to books. I'm always like locked in on self-development. I'm always on that. And the things that I've learned, I tell you, but like sometimes it can just be repetitive and but I know that you support me and you know that I'm not going to do nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then with your ideas, and I know you ain't gonna do nothing crazy. Mm-hmm. And once that glue, everything starts gluing, starts sealing together. Yeah, I don't see no other way.
And see, look, y'all. So I asked that question because if y'all don't know, me and Dante just recently relocated to North Carolina. We gave up our whole lifestyle that we built in Milwaukee.
Making a whole lot of money, doing a whole lot of stuff.
We were so good. We just was like, the kids grew up. We still kind of young, you know. Let's go, because I needed to get somewhere where it was warm. First off, my bones can't take Milwaukee's cold no more. So we was like, okay, let's start this now. That way, by the time we older, we'll be set again. So that's why I asked him, do he think that 5 years from now we'll be on a whole nother level financially? Because what we're doing right now is totally rebuilding ourselves all over again with moving to North Carolina. I just wanted to let y'all in on that input right there. So that's why it's important for us now to talk about finances and kind of like make this realistic to us as well, because those things have rearranged and changed for us, and we starting things all over again.
We keeping it all the way 100. Like we ain't, you know, like, and like we tell y'all, we ain't perfect, but we've been together for a long time, and you can learn from our experience, or you can go through it yourself, learn the easy way or the hard way. They say you learn more from other people's mistakes than your own. I mean, a smart person learns from other people's mistakes, not your own. So at the end of the day, y'all, look, we got to wrap this thing up because Charmaine whipping up some good old, what's that called?
Oh, we gonna make some green gumbo.
Green gumbo. Shout out to my boy AB.
Yes, AB, we gonna try it.
If y'all ain't don't know who AB is, look, what's his name? Grilling with AB?
Yes.
Grilling or smoking with AB. Cooking with AB is something like that. My boy,
he's amazing.
He cold. And Charmaine hooking up these greens. But remember, y'all, when you're in a relationship, and finances is key. Like, people try to avoid that because it's so serious and it could bring so much tension, but it really don't have to. As long as y'all looking at the bill, see what's coming in, you got to know what's going out. As long as y'all supporting each other and y'all have some actual goals, if y'all have actual visions, if you actually working on these things, if y'all doing self-development, I promise you, your relationship will bloom financially.
Yep, and I got one more thing to add to that. In doing all of that financial stability and growing financial wealth, make sure that you stay true to yourself. Stay true to yourself. And believe me, your lover, your significant other is going to have your back. Because if it's something you really want to do and you stand true to yourself on it, you going to put your all in it, and you going to make sure that it grows and that it's going to financially support you and your lover. So don't give up on what your goals and your dreams and what it is that you have a passion for. Even if you can't see it supporting y'all right now, you still work towards it. But don't forget that you got to make the dollars come in right now so that your goals can support your future.
There you go, y'all. Look, we're going to wrap it up. Like I said, don't forget, if y'all like this content, please like, share, subscribe,
please do, y'all.
Hit that bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
And you know what we gonna do? We gonna be back here next Monday. We drop the video Monday morning. You got anytime you can watch it, anytime you free, anytime you at work. Matter of fact, forget your boss. You know what I'm saying?
No, don't do that.
And just watch us while you at work. You know, just tell them you watching Maine and Tay. No, it's not gonna mind.
No financials to stay on point. Don't listen to Tay. He's talking smack right now.
Yeah. So other than that, y'all, hey, MT fam, it's all love. Peace.